Got a question lately from one of the guys who tried out my anaerobics training program, and he says every time he works out, when he's done, his shirt smells like ammonia. Okay, his sweat basically smells like ammonia, and he wanted to know why this was. Now, first of all, I just want to say this is not a problem. This is nothing unhealthy. It doesn't mean you're sick. It doesn't mean you're having some kind of weird medical condition. It's very naturally when you break down protein for energy, the byproduct is ammonia. The only other possibility is that you're breaking down protein for energy, and if you're not drinking enough water, you can't dilute it, so you smell the ammonia when you're sweating it out. But assuming that you're drinking enough water, it basically means that you are breaking down protein as your primary energy source. Now, the two reasons for this are, one, you eat mostly protein, okay? And the other one is you are working out very intensely. For instance, the first time I ever had this problem is when I started developing the anaerobics program. That means I was basically doing mostly explosive anaerobic cardio. I was doing plyometrics very intensely, very short breaks in between. I was doing burpees, very short breaks in between. I was doing jump rope intervals, very short breaks in between. So I was burning massive amounts of calories. Okay, I was also using my muscles very intensely, and I was doing this for an extended period of time. So basically, also, another thing is I was eating 50% of my calories from protein. Okay, so I had very little fats to burn energy from, and I had very little carbs to burn energy from, and I was working very intensely. I was burning a lot of calories. So like I said, in this situation, what basically happened was I was breaking down protein, producing ammonia, sweating it out, hence my sweat smelled like ammonia. Okay, that's a good thing. That means basically that you are on a cutting diet and you're doing very intense workouts burning massive amounts of fat. For instance, if you follow my blog, you'll see for a while I was on the steak and eggs diet. That means I was eating a lot of fat and I was eating some protein and I was eating basically no carbs but once a week, okay? I had plenty of fat that I was eating to burn for energy. However, when I broke this down recently and I went back to my anaerobics program, that means I was eating 50% of my calories from protein, 25 and 25 from fat and carbs, and it means that I was going back to doing these really explosive exercises, these anaerobic intervals, so I was burning massive amounts of calories, but I didn't have a whole lot of calories coming in forms of fat or carbs. Basically, I was breaking down protein. So, like I said, for a long time when I was just doing a lot of pull-ups, a lot of dips, and eating a lot of fat and protein, I did smell like ammonia. Recently, I switched back to this diet, switched back to this explosive training, and I immediately started smelling like ammonia. Like I said, assuming you're drinking a lot of water, which if you're working out at all, especially intensely, you should be drinking lots of water. The only reason for this is because you're breaking down protein for energy, and you're producing ammonia in large amounts as a byproduct. Another thing, people think if you're breaking down protein for energy, that means you're in a catabolic state, that means you're breaking down your muscles. You just have to look at the before and after pictures from when I did aerobics program. You'll see that you're not breaking down your own amino acids in your muscles for energy, rather what you've eaten, okay? This is the best way that I found to get lean, to stay lean, to maintain muscle, to even build muscle is with a high protein, low carb and fat diet, and also these extremely intense anaerobic body weight explosive exercises. So like I said, it's nothing to worry about. It doesn't mean you're in a catabolic state and you're breaking down your own muscles, and there's no reason, assuming you're taking in sufficient water, to worry about anything.